And when he hit by Jimmy Johnson, that's what he said. That's what he did. I didn't do it.
I love y'all, man. Y'all wow.
but let me ask you, how much truth was it in what was being said right there? That if I just espouse something, it can be used against me before I'm read my Miranda?
Yes, because that's you openly confessing. Now they can try to get it thrown out, but that's video for now. I believe, and I would probably say a lawyer would probably be able to determine this better, but I believe that that's called a willful confession. It's like if that's something that you've done on your own, it's not the officer actually interviewing. You're willfully giving this. That officer didn't interview or ask the question, hey, so what'd you do, kid? Why'd you do it? Before he begins his interrogation, yes, I must Mirandize this person. But I believe that if you are willfully doing it, it's just like dying confession. It's just like if I'm dying, I don't have to say, you ain't got to talk to me, or if I tell you who it is, that's called that dying confession that I give of who killed me. So I believe that that's admissible because he willfully gave that information, not knowing his rights. I believe that's still admissible as to what he actually did and what he said. But I could be wrong. I would definitely want to get a lawyer to answer that. But I believe you made a great point though about him believing that what he said, what he was doing, and his decision making was definitely going to be backed up by self-defense and stand your ground. I truly believe that. I believe that kid thought that was okay to do that. And he just didn't have a good understanding of the law.
So let me ask you, do you think the internet has hurt a lot of us because it's made, I've been saying, I think it has, but do you think the internet has made a lot of activists out of people who normally wouldn't be activists? Like they are starting shit because they believe I can be a martyr. I will be the person. Like, I don't even think they understand what a martyr is. The martyr is dead, but they want to be a martyr because it seems like it's a fun thing. I'm going to be a popular thing. So I think that part of the reason why people are being defiant like this is because we have a culture in the Black community of fuck these white people. We can get back at these white people by being defiant and force their hand. What do you think?
I agree. I believe that what the internet has done, this is the double-edged sword of the internet, because the information is out there, but it goes back to who you are as a person, your integrity and things like that come into play, because it's like, just like, are you going to be a truth teller, or you just going to be a person that just tells what you feel? And it's like, I have a certain feeling about this case and about this kid. I do. But when I look at the truth and the facts of what it is, I can't let that, I'm not going to let my feelings judge and come into play as to what was actually justice in this situation. And I think that there are a lot of moving parts to it, a lot of different aspects and facets to it. But at its core, I want to tell the truth. I want to be a truth teller. I want to tell what my feelings get so engulfed into something that I'm speaking and I'm talking about, to where it's now I'm jaded by it, and it's ruining what I should be saying. I'm gonna tell a lie to try to justify my feelings. I don't ever want to be in that boat. I don't ever want to be in that situation. I think that's what a lot of people, especially Black folks, because we're so used to being told what we should think, we're so used to being told how we should feel, and we're the ones that's being told on what to do, siding with this person or siding with that person because they are friend. It's like that is what I believe we've taken over to the internet world. And because of that, we won't go and do research, even though the information's there. We don't want to hear it. Nah. This is what it is.
And I got to say this to you, Dion. I don't think that they're saying you ask good questions, they didn't want you. Because we got Big Dog GT. He just sent another $100 and he said, ditto on what Jimmy Johnson said. With y'all too. He sent $100. So let me tell you what they're saying. One, you got people who are showing respect and love and they put money behind it. If they're saying they enjoy Brian and I, because we don't mind, Brian and I don't mind letting people come up and talk. But if they're saying Brian and I are speaking about certain things and we're doing a good job, I think what they don't want to see is that broken. And they also are trying to force y'all's hand, saying we support, y'all should support too. Yeah, I think that's all they're doing. So in that essence, they're not saying you're a dick out talking shit about you. They're saying they enjoy what they're seeing. And if you really give a shit and want to add to the conversation, say it with your wallet. But I want to say,
I think that's some of that CPD money, Dion. You got it.
That's all, I think that's all they're saying. But a person, I know Stowe Bandit had said something about. He said he wanted to know about the length of that knife, and the length of the knife. Brian, can you maybe give them an understanding about, like, people think the knife got to be like my Rambo knife?
No, absolutely not. So when you think about the knife and the fact that it's 3 inches long, just think 3 inches long. Think about what you have to go. Think about how thick a rib is. A human rib is maybe a quarter of an inch or something like that.
Oh man, with some good barbecue sauce on it.
Right, exactly.
My bad. My bad.
Get that peach barbecue sauce glazed on it. Yeah, baby. But if you think about that, it's, you're talking about fractions of an inch from your epidermis, your skin, to your flesh, and then after that is organs, doc. That's it. So unless you hit a bone, that knife, a 3-inch knife, is a deadly weapon. It used to be, there used to be like a measurement to say, well, you couldn't carry a knife that blade was longer than the pinky finger. Mm-hmm. Where you may stab somebody having a shorter blade, like those little Swiss Army knives that people used to carry years ago that had the little small blades on them. But you talking about a 3-inch blade now, you take 3 inches and you lay it across your arm and see how deep that goes. Now you take that and you look at that as far as going into your chest. That is a deadly, your center mass is, that's it. That's where it's at, man. That's where everything pretty much lives or comes to in some shape, form, or fashion. That's why it's protected by a rib cage. But and see, if you get past that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and for some of you guys, you just got to think about it. A lot of y'all got kids. For those of you who had kids, you were able to use your 3 inches to impregnate someone. Go ahead, Brian.
Precisely. I mean, just think, 3 inches got the job done, right?
Right. Plus, he got several kids, and look, we know what he.
Right. So it's like when you just think about that 3 inches, that is compared to the human body and invading the human body, that's devastating in the right spot. Just like somebody takes a knife and you take a 1-inch knife and you stick it in my femoral artery, it's over.
Done.
Like there's nothing that I'm done. Like it's just a matter of seconds now. There is no, oh man, just hold on to it, man. The piece of, that's it. That's why it's on the inner thigh, because it's trying to protect itself as best as possible. The rib cage, like having some type of trauma like that to those vital areas, which is why they call them vital organs. In those vital areas, it's devastating. People get shot all the time, right? But depending on if you get grazed or if you get shot in your center mass, which is why they instruct to shoot center mass, because it's going to be a devastating blow, and more times than not, those blows in those areas are fatal.
So the question then, and that's what I didn't like either. I think that a lot of blacks will say things and we don't understand what they mean. When they said it's not premeditated, it's not like he got up that morning and said he's going to kill somebody. Can you explain to these fools what premeditation actually is? That it's not, I had to sit down and write out a sketch.
Right. He said, Drew, what do they call it?
I had to have a manifesto.
What do they do when they do a video or a movie? He didn't do a treatment.
Right.
On the scene. Scene 1, I'm sitting on the bench. Scene 2, angry white guy walks in. Scene 3, I get the warrant. No, but premeditated means that you have thought about it before you do it. That's essentially what it comes down to. I had this thought to what I was going to do before I did it. My mind was made for me to react a certain way. That's just like how when people get temporary insanity, that means something has happened in the moment to where you don't know what is going on, but you're reacting in the moment. The fact that I'm sitting there in conflict and I have given the warning of touch me and see what happens. I already know what the see what happen is. I'm making it a surprise for this motherfucker. That's what I'm doing. So my mind has already had the thought of me stabbing this person. It's already there. That's why they call it premeditated. It's just like, and I don't think in Texas, I don't think they have the different levels. I don't think it's murder 1, 2, and 3 like it is, I believe, in like Chicago. They got like murder 1. That's basically premeditated. I woke up this morning, found out that my girl was cheating. I saw her phone. I then got my gun, got in my car, drove to the hospital where she worked at as a nurse. I walked in through the emergency room and then I shot her. I can't say I went crazy and just blacked out. No, because you don't black out while you're driving on I-57 going to the damn hospital. You don't black out while you get out your car and walk straight in and you see where the person is at and you ask for her and then you go and you shoot her. That's premeditated. So it's like me walking in on my wife getting fucked by a dude. That's something I didn't expect. I walked into my house. I see her getting plowed by this nigga and I pull my gun out and I shoot them both. Temporary insanity. I lost it, and in the heat of passion of what was going on in their passion, I 86 both their ass.
But even then, you were insane. There was, because what you got to understand is they tell you when it comes to premeditation, it can be formed in an instant.
Yep, you're right.
You can form, y'all look it up and tell me if I'm lying. You can form premeditation in an instant, and people keep forgetting that that's a part of it. That's why they use temporary insanity to get over the premeditation in the instant that happened. But you premeditated at that point when you said, oh, this bitch cheating on me, I'm gonna kill her. That's premeditation.
That's premeditation. Yep. What is that called? Is it mens rea?
Oh yeah, I know what I know that term, mens. But I'm not sure exactly what it is. But I know exactly that term.
Yeah, I think mens rea is like your mindset as in the moment of the crime or whatever. But yes, that was the biggest thing. People tried to make that be self-defense, and it's like there was plenty. And one of the things you can see in the video, there was plenty of space and plenty of opportunity for him to flee, especially with him being asked to leave over 15 times. If he felt his life was being threatened. You didn't see these, like they was trying to say, I don't know how niggas even made this shit up.
Big, huge white boy.
These 6 people that came in, 4 of them is over there, and they got this nigga surrounded, and they going back and forth, and they was pushing on him, whatever, to where he had to crab crawl out of the damn circle. Way. I don't know where all that video footage is or how somebody saw that, but it goes to show how people, when you're not looking at the evidence and you're not being genuine in just what you're seeing, you are going to interject and add shit that's not there and trying to actually say, hey, this is what I'm seeing, as opposed to what sounds good to back my story.
And I want to say to you, Leviathan, I don't even see an Apple Pay. I wouldn't even know where to look for that. But all I'm telling you is I'm trying to respect is what the people are. If they're sending money, in order to change it, the same money has to be sent. In order to change what they've done. And one of them did 16 minutes and the other one did 32 minutes. Because he did, instead of $50, he went and did an hour. Let me make sure. Alex, I know it was something you wanted to say. Alex, is something you want to say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, so when we go into premeditation, so the fact that he had his hand in his backpack on the knife when he said, touch me and see what happens, that was premeditation, even if it is 1 minute before. As soon as you decide this is what I'm going to do, and he had his hand in his backpack on the knife for a minute saying, touch me, touch me, touch me and see what happens. So we can't even say it's not premeditated, because under the law.
Think about, let me ask you this, Alex, and then I'll let you two do it, because they put so much alcohol in me. I got what my man said on the second Matrix. I drink, so I have to peace.
Right.
Merovingian, that's my boy.
That's your boy there, yeah.
But that's what my tattoo
was the motherfucking man.
That was my dog. He need his own movie. That motherfucker need an origin story. But they do. I love him. But I'm gonna ask, like, with that being said, why is it that the black people don't think, if you told somebody, touch me again, and not only that, but they said, well, we trying to scare him away. Well, you would have told him what you that.
Right.
If I'm gonna scare somebody, I'm gonna let them know what I got.
Correct.
I'm not gonna tell you see and find out. Yep. That to me is, am I wrong? on that one?
Nope. Go ahead, Alex.
No, you're right. And then this whole touch me again, though, the video doesn't show him being pushed twice. That's another lie that we were told by the racists that were on Carmelo's team that, oh, he pushed him a couple times. He pushed him 3 or 4 times. He pushed him once. And as soon as he did, he was ready to stab him. I think Carmelo, I don't know if he was having a bad day. I don't know what his issue was, but he was ready to hurt somebody. He was not about to be punked and told what to do. And what happened happened. For the people who do want to come back up, so there was 50 paid, then 100, which 50 divided by 3 people would be 16, because 16, 16, 16 over 3 people is 48. So we'll just call it 16 minutes each plus another 33, so it would be 5, and then there was another 50, so it would be 5:13 p.m. So if you want to come back as of right now from 3:36 to 5:13, we got 24 plus 13, so it would be $37 to come back. If you want to,
Working them numbers.
I got some Asian in me.
You sound like Rain Man. 246, 246.
Don't make fun of me, Brian. But no, so it would be, what did I just say? 24 and 7.
$37.
37 if you want to come back.
I'm gonna put that 37 up.
I think, Brian, by the way, did you ever have braces? Because your teeth are so straight.
No, I just get good
just made like that?
genes. Yeah,
Okay.
it just made like that now.
Lucky
Yeah.
bastard. You lucky bastard. But
Oh,
no,
so you
I
like
think-
Sydney Sweeney. You got good genes.
Good genes, yeah.
But no, I think people are just trying to make any excuse they can. Like, I came in late, so I didn't even hear you guys mentioning the rain, but I know people was trying to get out of the rain. Obviously, it's not raining. And
Not raining
also,
anymore.
if it's sprinkling and we can't see it, why is everyone? Then we were told he was bullied. Austin and them didn't even know him. Then we were told Austin is racist. You can see when Austin's coming in, he's walking in with a black dude and another dude. Like, he clearly did not just hate black
Well,
people.
no, those black dudes that were walking in with them, those were coons. So that's it.
Oh, all right. Well, coon or not, they are still black.
They're teenage coons.
And then we're taught he was being jumped.
Those coonagers walking in.
And then we're told he was being jumped, which clearly that was not true. So it's like
Yeah.
they tried to make all these excuses. And when it comes down to it, Carmelo was just a dumb kid who made a bad choice. Do I think he can change? Yes. Do I hope he does? Yes. Even though he got 35 years, I hope Carmelo becomes an amazing person in 10, and I hope he gets out in 20, and I hope he lives an amazing life and he becomes better, because at the end of the day, my perspective of it is Austin is never going to come back. No matter what happens, he will never be alive again. But Carmelo still can change and be a better person. My concern, though, is with all of these people pushing this white versus black and all the people who are supporting him being racists, I'm worried that he's going to see that mentality and just be a shittier person and just go with the racist thing instead of going with, I did something wrong, but I can be better.
I got to stop you there. I think you'll be a shittier person because our justice system is not designed to make these people better. I think if there's plenty of people who walked into the situation in the jail and they weren't bad people. They learned how to be worse people in jail.
Yeah.
Right. Because he's
I don't
probably
think it's
going
built
to
that way.
Right,
So
he's probably
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying. So when you look at it that way, I think a lot of people. I think here's one thing he's going to realize though. A lot of the anger he's going to have that's going to be towards whites, he's going to also start to have it towards niggas because he's going to the niggas who were supposedly on his side, he's going to realize that they weren't. When you're in jail, you have a lot of time. I don't know what prison is, but I know what jail is. And you have a lot of time to evaluate the people in your life. And you start to turn friends into enemies real quick.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I do think he's never
go
going to
ahead.
be rehabilitated, because in prison, he's going to go in there, be around, prison is very segregated. So he's going to have whites that are racist, that are very racist toward him and hate him. And then he's going to have blacks that are like, yeah, good job. You killed that white boy. So he's going to have racists on both sides, and neither are going to make him better. I think his best chances are to find some old men, find him an old white man and an old black man.
But they ain't going to last long, though.
Teach him what is right.
That ain't gonna last long. That you killed a white boy. That won't last long. I'm telling you, jail politics has that is going to end really quick.
Yep. You in jail.
Then they're gonna start looking, because you know what they're gonna start viewing him as? A mark. He's a young boy that got a bunch of people on the outside with a lot of money.
Yep.
And they're gonna use him to get him money to put on all these people's books, and he's gonna have to do it in order to be able to survive.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a good spot for him, and it's not the white people that's going to be trying to bully him. It's going to be the other black people.
Yep. They're going to take advantage of. And I think that was the thing that his father and his mother, they should have been weighing that. You should have been trying to leverage how much time he's going to get and trying to leverage that as to where he's going to do it. That's what you should have been trying to work out and saying, look, these are the shits I can't negotiate. I can't. Y'all, he got to go here and he can't get more than this. Y'all got to figure that we can figure that out. Let's figure that out. But as far as just saying, hey, and I think that even when they got that money, you know, and I don't, if people want to give you the money, fine. I think y'all should have spent that money trying to humanize that boy than what y'all did as far as just trying to get,
especially while he was out.
Because why exactly? I would have been trying to do everything in my, I'd have had activists, everybody talking about. That's what I would have been paying for.
When he's in jail, is he?
Yes. Let me go find.
He could have made overtures to the father.
Yes.
He could have made overtures to the family.
Everybody. Let me talk with the father.
Work that out.
And me, and we talk about sons and fatherhood. I want to start a podcast with Al Sharpton and Jamal Bryant. That's what I'm spending my money on. I'm not.
He could have worked it out with them folk. Them white folks ain't rich. It's all this money we done go to the Austin Metcalf. It need to go to that fund. Yes. They could have fucked around and got him say, yes, I will plead to guilty of manslaughter, and then would have got it to where the DA said we'll suspend the fucking sentence.
Yes. And that's the thing that he should, and because it's only Karmelo, you don't want him out saying nothing because he can't say nothing. But that's what the father should have been doing. He should have been the conflict resolution, fathers for boys, activists. I mean, he should have took that money and put his face every fucking where. I'd have went on Joe Rogan. I'd have went on anybody who would have me. I'm talking about how much of a great boy my son is and that he just made a terrible mistake. Because once you humanize him in that regard, then now the judge has to consider that, because now if he don't, that because now if they don't, they gonna be the bad guys. You can't just say, hey, well, we didn't follow the letter of the law. Not this boy, because everybody love him now. Not this boy, because everybody understand him now. Not this boy, everybody see his dad. They see he comes from a good family. That's what you should have been doing with that money instead of giving you a crib and a car.
Mm-hmm. I will say, I let you hear Leviathan because you my dog. But Jimmy Johnson said, Tommy, you're gonna buy 8 hoes today. Danger Close says, shout out to Alex, Ice Queens forever, Cold Bunnies never.
That is wild.
I can't do this shit. And Leviathan said he wanted to come up here, still less than what they offer, but you my dog. That's why I'm letting you up here, Leviathan, so you can come on up here. And Son 20 says, how do we know his parents ever liked him? I've been on phone calls with Nigerian parents who kids get in trouble, and they were like, fuck him, let him go to jail. Now, I've heard that a few damn times. Oh, damn it. Jimmy Johnson gave you $20 and said, no, you can't. That's messed up.
Wait, though. Okay, but if he did another 20, then that would mean he did. If he did another 20, that would mean he did 40. So if he came up at 343 to 513, that would be 530313. So he has 10 minutes. So if he pays 10 more, he can come back because he had 10 extra minutes.
God, dog.
So for just 10, he can come right now.
Shit.
The other people can't come back.
Jimmy did it, Leviathan. Jimmy did this. I did not do this. Jimmy did this shit. I'm not doing it. The Jimmy's a wild.
They haven't kicked me yet.
Jimmy ain't shit.
The force is strong with this one.
Yeah, Jimmy said, no, you can't.
Jimmy get that Zeta grip on this nigga.
I can't believe this shit. Okay, let's watch.
Oh my God.
Jimmy, don't kick me, please. Don't kick me. Jimmy, have mercy on my little soul.
Oh my God.
Jimmy got soul, boy. Jimmy got soul.
He said, no. Jimmy got soul. Okay, let's watch some more of it, Brian. And again, you got the floor to be able to tell me what we're taking a look at. So he's standing there, as you see. He's talking to
looks like I don't know if that's his coach or that's his friend or whatever, who that person is. But you're gonna see him explain things. He's explaining to him. You can see he's a little agitated now.
Again, he should have had his ass beat the fuck out the frame right now.
Yep. Nobody has even come to try to confront him
at all. Them white boys were so horrible.
Yep. Exactly.
So Billy, go.
And that's and now you know the adrenaline and all that stuff and what's going on. I believe at this point he may even be in handcuffs. I believe that may be the officer that has arrested.
I think he's still let me see. I think he might be still free.
See if you can zoom in a little bit.
Still free now.
Yep, he's still free. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be free for a while.
He's free for a minute. Yep. Yeah. So he's now, I guess they're now figuring out what he's done. And it's like everybody now is like, oh my God, like he didn't stab this boy, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, the only people who know what happened are the people who were under that tent. Everybody else just knew it was a commotion, but no one thinks what has happened has happened.
Exactly. Because we don't do this here. This shit don't happen here. It don't. And
like the most they think happened is he stole one of them white boys and they punched him in the face.
He punched him and he down. He knocked him out or something. He hit his head at the worst case scenario. They are not thinking this. That's why you're gonna if you get to the 911 call, the dude that called it in, he's even like, oh my God, there's so much blood.
You got the 911 call?
You're gonna hear him say that. Yeah. Let me see if I can get that to you.
Yep. You're gonna get that to me, and then we'll watch some more of this.
911 call that the kid made for Austin.
But you got somebody from your chat room said, but in no way, shape, or form am I allowed to force you to get up. What do you say to those people? Because if we're saying he should have left, they're saying you can't force nobody to get up, though.
No, but if you are afraid for your life, you would have, and this was another point I was going to make too, that Alex kind of started down this road. So if I got this knife and I'm in fear of my life, there's a difference between being in fear of your life and being a nigga that know he gonna do what he gonna do. If I'm in fear of my life, the next level of force for me would be to present. It would not be for me to act. So it's just like if a police officer pulls his gun, like going to 2, that's what we call it, and you go and now you tuck ready. That is showing the person what you're going to do. Drop the knife, drop whatever, or I'm going to shoot. Don't do this. Let's talk about this. I'm still presenting my next level of force. He didn't do that. He hid it. He concealed his next level of force. That's the problem with people trying to justify this as self-defense. Because if you are afraid and you just want, because if I'm afraid, I just want you to stop. I just want you to leave me alone. I'm not going to dare you.
Dared them. Do it again.
I'm not going to dare you if I'm afraid. That's all I'm saying. And it's just like he's sitting there with his hand in his bag. He's holding his knife back. He ain't told them shit. And I ain't saying he got to. But at the next level of force would be to present the knife. I told y'all, but back the fuck, y'all better not touch me. Y'all better get the fuck back. Y'all better leave me the fuck alone. That's the next level of force. Now, because now I see this person escalate, I now, as the person who started it, I have now to make a choice. Either I'm going to further engage and escalate, or I'm going to de-escalate and move back. And I'm telling you, them white boys, whether they 6'5", 320 in Frisco, ain't nobody, like you saw Morty earlier, going to go after and challenge somebody who got a knife like that. And if they do, then now you're assuming the outcome and the responsibility of that if you do press your way. Because at the end of the day, that's it. Once he presented that knife, said, man, y'all better back up. Even if he motherfucking gave a gesture of stabbing them, he's further letting them know what he's going to do. If he would have pulled that knife out, them boys would have backed the fuck up.
And Hugh says, this is kind of what you get for being an emotional male. Why is it that you don't think, like, I get if we're trying to save Karmelo, if we're black, you're trying to save Karmelo. But why is it that we're not trying to teach the younger people that, hold on a minute, do not find yourself to where you have to react like this, because you'll have some people who say, I don't have a duty to retreat. When we were talking, remember they kept saying if you turn your back on them dudes, like dude, white boy was just a roving mob. That if he had tried to walk out, they were going to fuck him up, so he couldn't even turn. What do you say to that group, and why do you think we don't advocate for? We should not have to lead with the violence. We can actually walk away.
We are so busy trying to prove ourselves because that's what our culture dictates to us. If I don't escalate and do something to somebody that says something to me, that touches me or whatever, if I don't destroy this person, I'm a punk, I'm less man, I'm soft, I'm a bitch ass nigga, I'm a puss ass nigga. That's what I am. So it's like that whole idea of us de-escalating. We don't have that in our culture. We just don't. We don't teach that. One of the first things my father taught to me about just gun safety, he said, don't ever pull a gun on nobody that you ain't ready to shoot at that moment. Don't never pull this out because you can't always just go back from that. So don't be quick to pull this motherfucker out and thinking that that's how you govern. You don't govern like that. You don't pull your gun out. Yeah, motherfucker, y'all niggas better not do, because you never know what else is around you and what other threats may be there to go up against you. So you have to know that if I'm pulling my gun out, that means I'm in so much trouble to where I think that myself or somebody else that I know or love, whatever the case may be, is in jeopardy of losing their life too. And that didn't present itself.
That's why I don't like the lie they use when they try to say he pulled out the knife to scare them. Because we as black folks, I don't know if his daddy might have taught him, but the one thing we learned is you don't pull out your knife or you don't pull out no weapon if you ain't ready to use it. And the fact is, he did not pull out the weapon to even say, I'm ready to use it. He was ready to use it by, if you touch me, listen to what the words are, touch me.
Yes.
We know if you from the hood, if you tell me, touch me and see what happened. We're children. I'm going to do that. Yes. We do that all the time.
Yes.
Because I'm ready to fight. I'm thinking this is what we're going to do. And here's what I don't like. You can tell there's a lot of estrogen being raised in these kids. Because if you got testosterone, you tell your child either you knuckle up or you get the fuck out. There's no middle ground. I'd rather walk out. But I would never tell my child, reach in a bag and provoke them to move farther.
Yeah. Tell them they better not touch you. Then if they touch you, then you stab their ass.
That's talking.
Yes, that's exactly, because women get to do fuck shit and don't have to accept no consequences or repercussions for the shit they do, because they can just sit back and say, I was a woman, I was scared, I was this, whatever
I was scared.
I was scared. That's for women. Out of jail. Yes, that shit works for women, but it don't work for men, and especially black men. Don't work. Ain't happening. That's your ass, and we know this. We know this. We know this. Niggas be the first one to be talking about, that's a female.
Think about it. When's the last time a black man was allowed to be scared? Name the situation. He was scared.
I can't. I cannot think of a time where a black man got to say that, and it was,
considered a threat. We always considered, no matter, it don't, 10-year-old black kid, they look at him like he's 20.
Yep.
We don't get that excuse. And if you're a parent and you don't teach your kid that shit,
man,
that they don't never look at us as he's just a kid. When, matter of fact, in order for us to be just a kid, they got to show a picture of us at 5.
Yes.
They couldn't even show Trayvon Martin.
Kid.
You talking about the one up in
Tamir Rice, yes. That kid had a fucking toy AK-47. And what did that police officer? He rolled up on his ass and perceived him to be a fucking threat. Dude,
and went off.
And got off with that shit. And that was my whole thing with that case. I said, who the fuck is gonna roll? Man, ain't no way. You couldn't pay me in a fucking squad car to roll up on a nigga that's touting an AK. I'm not rolling up on off. I'm not. I don't, because I know what an AK does. I'm not pulling up on a motherfucker with an AK. Now, 200-300 yards back, I'll get in the prone position, or I'll crouch and try to assess the situation.
Negotiating, yes.
Yes.
We negotiating with him. We trying to make contact. We're not trying to. No, he got too much firepower. And I want to say this: says I just read that he moved to Frisco in 2021, but he was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where violent crime is higher than the national average. Still doesn't make him right. Do you? And just to answer that, thank you, Cyber Valkyrie, for throwing that $10 at me. Do you think that might have had something to do with how he was acting? That, like you said, Frisco, they don't do that, but maybe he grew up in an area where he did do that.
And maybe so. And that was the thing. And you got to understand that you not there no more. And you don't get credence to say, well, this is why I get to do what I do, because I don't do that. Motherfucker, you can bring a fucking Bengal tiger from the fucking Serengeti and set the motherfucker loose in the city. And what's going to happen to him? He's going to get shot the fuck down, because nobody's going to say, hey, wait a minute. That tiger's never been to the city. He's from the Serengeti. We got to make sure we make him feel comfortable. They're not going to do that. I said, the goddamn tiger, kill that motherfucker, man. He done jumped on 4 people.
That thing is a killer.
It's a killer. And it's a killer and a sword.
Danger Close said, Tommy, think of what Thor said when he was praying for in the Doomsday trailer, that he wanted to teach his daughter temperance and not to battle. And I think that if y'all didn't understand it, and I'm sure Brian can echo this, that is what we were saying. Even if we grew up and we know that mentality, we like to teach our kids not to be punked and not to be run over or to be victims, but we also don't want them to be victimizers. So we walk that, aren't we walking that fine line between?
Yes. That's the thing, where if your parents were smart enough to get you out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, they definitely are smart enough to tell you, we're not in Kansas anymore. This is a whole different place, whole different vibe. You ain't got to do that. That's like me telling motherfuckers, yeah, I've been in Chicago, nigga. I've been outside of Wild Hunters, bitch. These people in my neighborhood don't know what the fuck that is. They'll be like, where? Where in Texas is the Wild Hunters, partner? That's what the fuck they gonna say to me. I can't go and expect people to know that shit and to excuse my fucking behavior because of where I'm from. No. And that's what your parents are supposed to do. They are supposed to make sure, hey, if you got fortunate enough to where you could get out of where y'all were at into a better situation and a better life, then that's exactly what you need to make sure you're telling your kids. This ain't no fucking 10-year-old. This dude is fucking 17. Hey, man, son. Man, this ain't fucking Louisiana, man. Don't be doing that ghetto hood shit here. This a different fucking neighborhood. You got affluent motherfuckers out here. People out here got money. We ain't on that bullshit no more.
Nope.
We ain't got to worry about that shit. You don't have to. I got to remind my wife, honey, we don't have to lock our fence. We choose to lock our fence. Where we live at, people don't go in other people's backyards. And just like that's where she from, though. She's so used to having shit locked up. Nigga, we bought a screen door for our house because niggas up north have screen doors. We used to having a screen door. That's where we from. That's why we did what we did. But I have to let her know constantly, honey, we don't live where shit like that happens anymore. We don't have to worry about that. And it's just because of where you from, you worry about it. And I don't want that to be my children's life. I don't want them to have to live in that type of fear. Now, I will make them aware of being out in the world, absolutely. But my kid going across the street to play in the playground, yes, that's what the fuck we do here. I ain't got to worry about no crack vials or no fucking heroin needles being in our playground. They don't do that here. It's just like when you have niggas at the basketball court. You got a bunch of niggas up at the basketball court. A lot of shit can go wrong. You can see some really good basketball, but you can also see some really good violence. It depends on what happens in that game. So it's like you have to make sure that you are letting your people know what environment you're in, because you're aware of the environment that you're in, because you're the one that went to it. You changed it. This nigga dropped a nut.
I don't even mean this. I just say this to every time you get ready, I bring you up here.
Jimmy is fine.
I don't even mean to do it, but Jimmy keep doing it. So
Jimmy got sold.
And so Jimmy told, then Jimmy told me to play this to you, Leviathan. What you know about that TA? What you know about that TA, bro? I'm playing with a half deck. I'm playing with a half. Playing with a half deck.
Boy.
Yes, boy. What you know about that TA?
Hell yeah, nigga, Jimmy, you wild boy.
Jimmy doing this thing.
He's doing this damn thing. Wow,
Jimmy, I'm not doing this.
He said, "Play this, nigga."
It's all Jimmy. I have nothing to do with this. This is Jimmy.
Oh,
Jimmy
yeah, so I said Jimmy's sitting in that high position and just wait.
He's keeping me safe up here though, so I'm not complaining.
Nigga, Jimmy on Overwatch.
Yes, dude. So did you send me the link to the
Oh yes, hold on. I'll do it right now.
So while you're doing that, I'll play the rest of this, and you guys can see. Like again, this is clearer because you see where they are, and you see him walking him out right there. You know, one of the sad things I heard was when he was walking out. I didn't like how they play it. He cries at the end, and he says,
he stops too real quick.
Yeah, he told him he cried for a second. He's like, I told him not to touch me, but then he stopped crying like within seconds.
And then it's like talking to the officer, like giving him his name, correcting the spelling of his name.
Yeah,
you gonna see that shit. Yeah. That just lets you know how he was. Even with what he did, he didn't understand the gravity of it, but he knew what he was doing. Like, nigga, I'm gonna do this. This is what it is.
I can say, even for me as an adult, and I hate saying this, I think that a lot of us believe, and I said it about women too, a lot of us believe that no matter what trouble we're in, we're going to escape that trouble until we can't escape that trouble. I think I think we have to be in that situation. Again, you hear people say they went to jail and it took them a while before they had to get to realize I'm going to be in jail.
Yeah.
Because they thought, I'm going to beat this trial. Then they think they're going to overturn it. It takes a while before most people realize, oh, shit, I'm in that situation. You think before they going to evict you, you think somebody going to give you the money so you would stop the eviction, something's going to happen. Only time you realize that eviction is real is when they got your shit on the lawn.
Yes.
Right. You keep thinking this can't really happen to me. Like I'm not a bad person. Like something is going to change.
Something gonna save me.
Right. Like I can't really go through this. I don't deserve this. It takes months before you're like, yeah, I'm really in here.
Yep. Somebody's gonna save me.
Something I wanted to bring up, and I don't want to versus which means I've seen it on YouTube. That I've seen that people have said that Karmelo's family never showed up to any of his games. And I think this is weird if it's true, because his family never showed up to support him when he was doing good playing sports, but they showed up for all the court stuff. So that kind of does, for me, show why Karmelo maybe had this mindset and didn't give a damn, because he didn't have anyone who actually gave a shit about him and believed in him and was there for him. But then as soon as he did something bad, oh, his family's there rallying behind him.
This happens a lot. And what really happens, you remember we talked about it when I was talking about Sandra Bland. The family was only there for when they saw that they could get something from it.
Right. But wouldn't bond her out for what, $90 or something?
And it was I think it was like it was like something
$500, I believe.
Yeah, 500.
Something
like
that was so little.
They
could not all rally together to bond her out. But as soon as they could get money for her dying, they were all about that.
Say her name. Yeah.
But somebody pointed out, they said, I try to play fair. NorCal Poppy said Metcalf's dad wasn't at the track meet either.
Yeah. And I think that to that point, I think that it's not necessarily a thing where you got to be at every kid's game. sometimes depending on, you could be working, whatever the case may be, the way you can't be there. That to me is a thing to where, especially in our culture, if we both parents got to work, depending on what your job is. I mean, I know that he's a car salesman, so he can't just be gone like that.
Especially, they got to pay for that stuff, all that stuff that he got about to happen. Like that new house, that new, because the stuff that I was able to do for my daughter, and I will say, like, it was even spoiling because I missed one of her events. And you have to remember, I was coming to my daughter. I didn't even know it until like years later. She was upset with me because, and this is just me telling too much. When I went to the DR, she had a track meet. And she felt like I shouldn't have went to the DR. I should have went to her meet.
Damn.
This motherfucker held a grudge against me over this shit.
Wow. Yeah.
Your mama was never there. Your mama didn't show up to these things. I was showing up to them. She told me she had to work, and you believe that. That was fine. But you telling me I didn't have the right, I guess because she see it's not work. It was leisure in her mind.
So you got to be there.
I think there's just a lesson in that we can all learn, though. Like, I mean, because even though they had work, they were able to take off work and be there for the court case, but they weren't there for the games. And so it's just a lesson for all of us as parents. Like, we should make time to be there. Let's not wait until it's too late and something bad happens. Like, we should make more time for our kids. Not you, Tommy, because you spoiled that baby, but for
but I'm saying, but like it's a catch-22. My mother was never there for any of my stuff. It's like sometimes we got to teach our kids that the world isn't their oyster.
Yes. Right. That's it right there.
Good or bad. Sometimes you gotta, yes, you should be there. And I love what you're saying. I'm not even discounting what you're saying, Alex, that, why show up for the court date? Because I can say this as a Black person. I've seen a lot of mothers and family members show up for your court date. They didn't show up for your recital. They didn't show up for, they didn't show up for none of this stuff. Mm-hmm. So that is weird that you show up here, but you didn't show up at these other places. That would have been a lot for that kid.
Right. We always show up when it's too late.
And that's the thing too. I mean, when you got $700,000 in the GoFundMe or whatever, then you ain't got to go to work every day because you living off of that. And that was the other aspect of it too. It's like new house, new car, day-to-day expenses. You're doing things for security purposes, whatever the case may be. You want to keep, you trying to keep your family safe and all that stuff. But there is a thing that goes along with that, and that's the responsibility of saying, okay, well, how do we maintain this? I want to go live in fucking South Lake, Texas, but the homes out there, they start at $1 million. I can't sustain that. It's a beautiful place. It's a magical environment, but I can't go live there because I cannot sustain that type of lifestyle that it takes to live in that area.
Yeah.
That's all it's saying. So why would you do that?
Them perfect teeth genetics can't get you there. Ha, Brian.
No, they can't. I can smile all day long and they're going to be like, yeah, nigga, nice teeth.
You may have got them good teeth, but you can't just get that $1 million house.
Beside it, even though I'm right beside it, it's called Crystal Lake. And those houses are huge. Now, I know a lot of people always come to my house and say, your house is bigger than the ones in Crystal Lake. And it is true, but you don't expect it. My house is a grower, not a shower. When you walk up to the...
Right.
Hell no!
It is.
No, he's right.
Brian, get your friend. Get your friend, Brian.
It's a grower, not a shower. When you walk up to the front of my house, you don't think it's as large as it is, and then you walk into the back of it, you're like, oh shit! So it's a grower, it's not a shower. The front of it just looks like a small craftsman.
It's a great analogy.
Think it's that big, and then you try to get it all down your throat, and you're like, oh my goodness, it's
that's what it is. Thank you, Brian. Sometimes I don't have people on the get me, but you
not exaggerating. Yes, if someone
that's why I love doing the show with you, because Brian gets my joke. Well, a lot of the jokes I kick out, people just looking. Brian get my jokes.
Sadly, I get most of your jokes.
If you did what they call a drive-by appraisal of Tommy's house, it would not. You would not even. It wouldn't be justified. You could literally dispute it instantly because yes, the front of that house, that's nice.
Yeah, just like a little quaint. It looks quaint.
It does. Inside that motherfucker.
Because even when I bought it, I saw it online. I said, when I went and saw it, I said, that's not the same house. I was seriously, I said, that is not the same house. What the fuck? Right. This is just a little bitty ass house. And I went in, I thought, oh shit, it's all in the back. It's like seeing this girl with not much in the front, and then she got a gang of ass. She's like, oh,
Tommy House got little titties, but that ass,
it's all in the back. So is there? Son said, Tommy, in Texas school system, nothing happens to these kids when they commit assault until they turn 17. They are shocked when they're finally faced with consequences. Do they protect the youth in Texas like that? I didn't know that, Brian. Like they will say, if you ain't 17, you're a kid, and then they kind of let them get away with a lot.
Well, they put them in that juvenile system. They're treated as juveniles, and the juvenile system, the culture with just how that is they try to keep kids in the community. Unless you've done some heinous shit, yeah, they're gonna put your ass on probation. They're gonna put you in different types of resources. My wife's a juvenile probation officer in Texas, so she tells me this shit all the time. I'm like, why the fuck do y'all be doing this with these kids, giving these little motherfucking killers all these chances? But they do that. They try to find resources, family counseling. They get you on drugs. They want to get you in treatment. They do a lot of that. But once your ass turns 17, oh yeah, let's send your ass over to TJJD. I think that's what she called it. Send your ass over to that big boy shit. Get your ass in jail. Yes, I just saw a thing where they did in here where a kid he did like they gave this motherfucker I think like 40 years. He came to the school and shot somebody, and he injured somebody else in the shooting. And they were trying to I think they was trying to get him off, but his ass finally they was like, no, the shooter got moved to adult prison. I think they were having a court session about him going to big boy jail, and they was like, yeah, nah, we can't put this little motherfucker, in the community. No, his ass got to go. Send his ass on, get his ass up in there with them big boys because of what he did and because of how heinous. I think I got that shit too.
I think another perfect example of it too is that the white girl in Crash. She's pretty. I got this nice body. I'm sweet. She didn't think they were actually going to put her in jail. There's no way. And even if you listen to how she talked once she got into jail, when they released those audios of her and her mom on talking, she thinks she's getting out.
Yep.
It ain't gonna sink into her until probably like what Alex said. She's probably gonna have to be in that jail for a year.
Yeah.
Before she says this gonna be my home.
Shit, this is where I'm at. Yeah.
I do think there's something to be compared there, though, and I have compared these cases, and it bothers me. So Mackenzie Shirilla had all the time in the world, we'll say. It was like 2 minutes driving down that street to reach 100 miles an hour, and they even put the car in neutral and tried to stop her, and she got 15 years to be served concurrent. So she got 15 years total. She could be out in, 8, 9, for killing 2 people, and she had plenty of time to stop, and she supposedly loved her boyfriend, and the other dude was his friend. Here you have Karmelo didn't know Austin. That was nothing to him. And it happened pretty quickly, yet he got 35 years.
I think here's the difference. And a lot of people are still saying she should have got more. I think they ran the risk of it was difficult to prove that this girl was willing to kill herself.
Yeah.
Because that was it. She was, remember.
Right.
If you say she was trying to kill them, she also was trying to kill herself.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but I think a teenage girl, when they're angry, they can be.
Oh no, I don't trust hoes. I'm saying that's just. Yeah. I'm saying that's what they gave. They said it was a hard enough mountain to climb to get them to even get manslaughter on her, because to be perfectly honest, I thought it was enough there to where you could have said maybe she didn't do this on purpose.
No, I think there was enough to prove that she did do it on purpose. And then the fact that they put the car in neutral, they were trying to stop her and they couldn't.
You're also going by this computer is telling you that. You're saying that somebody's telling you how they read the computer. You didn't see a video of this happening. Here's how it would have played if they had a video of them boys tugging at that thing while she was driving. That bitch would have got life.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, if they were tugging at that thing while she was driving, that would have been a hell of a way to come.
No, but I'm saying, even though I know I make a lot of jokes like that, but those boys, from what they said with the printout of the electronics, that they were trying to pull at the wheel and to try to take it out of drive, so the gear shift. Yeah. So but they didn't have the visual of it. If they had the visual of this, she would have been done.
Yeah.
I do think I don't even know what you would call it, the readings, though. I do think that would be enough.
The problem with the readings is they can't see it. That is the reason why even OJ got off with, when they first gave all of that forensics evidence, people didn't understand that.
Yep.
Now, if they had that same thing, after everybody watched forensics files and know what that shit mean, OJ never got off.
Yep. Yeah, he did that same shit today. His ass is cooked. It's over.
Yeah, there's a mountain of evidence, but at the time they didn't understand the evidence, so you could turn around and tell them the evidence is false.
Yep.
What the defense was able to do is say they don't know what was going on in that car, and truly they don't.
Right.
So you split the difference. Now, I wish that it had been instead of concurrent, I wish that it had been
consecutive.
It
should have been, absolutely. 2 lives. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no way somebody said be out in 8 years.
Billy Goat says Tommy saw a video last night saying that this all started over a girl that Karmelo used to date, Eddie's friend, and how Austin had fought Karmelo a week, beat him up. Didn't know if that's true. Didn't know if that's true. Every time y'all start saying things like that, I stop believing them, because I'm like, that would have come out in the court.
Yes. And that's the thing. It's like there's a thing where you gotta realize, like, and I understand that you never know the full story, you never have all of the information, but just think about it within reason. Do you know how much that would have helped his case if they could prove that?
Yep.
If he would have fought Carmelo Anthony,
so they couldn't lie and say they didn't know each other.
Yes. Do you know how much that would have been in his favor? Like, the evidence would have been so fucking damning against the fucking prosecutor that it's like, dude, there's no way you wouldn't have gotten that in there. There's no way. So it's like, and that's what people try to throw out, like the whole thing about the judge knowing the Metcalf, and they were at the Christmas party together. That's niggas loving to lie. Like, niggas was literally AI putting these motherfuckers' faces and shit together on fit. Why? If you need to do that to try to prove your point or to justify your point, then you must have a weak point. That's just all that shit comes down to. It's like, yes, you can look at the evidence and say, well, he could have did this, could have, would have, should have. What can you actually prove? And how you try to speculate and add shit to something, it weakens your case. Just look at what it was and say, okay, this is what happened. He wasn't jumped by 4 people. I can prove that he didn't have to crab crawl out of this rumble that he was in, like he was fucking Heathcliff in the beginning where they're moving around in a cloud of dust. I can prove that. I can prove that it wasn't raining. I can prove that he had other shelters he could have been to, and he wasn't forced into that one by Mother Nature and the winds of hell that made him go under there. I can prove that he didn't know everybody under the fucking tent.
But wait a minute. If it was so bad that he had to get under the tent, he walked all up under that tent real nice and slow.
No. Like Usher, nice and slow.
Hey, can I jump in whenever y'all get?
I was finna say Freddie Jackson, but which Usher song you talk about? How it go?
Ain't gotta rush. I just wanna take it nice and slow.
Nigga, tell me what you want to do.
See, I've been waiting for this for so long. I'm gonna stab you in the chest and I'm out, baby. I just wanna take it nice and slow.
So, nigga, tell me what you want to do. Now, see, I was gonna do Freddie Jackson because I'm old.
Yeah.
Let's take it nice and slow, steady as we go. From now on, it's gonna be straight up stabbing, nice and slow.
Steady as you go. Whoa.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
You gonna make me listen to some of that Freddie Jackson when I leave here. That was one of my favorite songs, boy. The Fred, boy.
Yeah,
boy. But he walked out after all this staying need to be in there. You then walked out and spent the rest of the time out in them same elements. Apparently, you couldn't spend time in. That's what makes it sound insane. I know CB wanted to say something. Go ahead, CB.
Hey, what's going on, Tommy? What's going on,
what's up,
Brian?
What's up,
everybody? So, first of all, I want to say, man, y'all, they're gonna hate y'all. They gonna hate y'all. Y'all putting on concerts and shit. Secondly, so I have a little pushback. Okay, just a little. But I want to start off where we agree at. I agree that you don't stab somebody from a push. Okay, you just don't do that. Somebody push you, you can respond with light force. Now, if you're getting beat up or stomped out, something like that, and it can be shown and it's proven, and you shoot them, you can possibly walk. But in this situation, if you pushing somebody, and from the camera, it looked like you had a chance to move around. You look like you had a chance to move. But then I want to go back to that too, because this is a little pushback that I have. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the video, right? The same video that y'all looking at. They put it on Fox. They put it on other news media channels. Very clear. Up until under the tent. And I'm confused. I don't know how y'all making out. Unless somebody's like you walking it through and you're explaining it, but I don't see it. And that's just, I've never said anything about this case. Haven't said anything. I want to see.
Tell me what are you not? Well, if you can help me, we can talk about that right now. What part are you saying you're not seeing?
Okay, so if you look at that camera before everything starts, it looks very clear. As a matter of fact, you can actually see the rain coming down. So I want to dispel that right now. You actually saw, if you want to call it sprinkle, whatever you want to call it, there's literally raindrops falling down. You can clearly see that in there in the video. But like I say, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing him. I'm seeing him walk from under the tent. And yes, I'm very familiar with the stadiums in Texas and things like that, and how everything's going. And I'm looking at right now as we're talking, and then we get right where the situation is happening under the tent. I do not see I don't even understand what's going on. Right there, where everything, the whole situation starts under the tent. I don't see. I don't see. It's hard to make out.
What are you looking for?
We understand what he's saying. He doesn't see. We'll put it up here for everyone. You're saying you can actually literally see raindrops from this point. You're saying it's so clear you can see raindrops.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's clear, like you can literally see the rain. I can see the raindrops.
Okay, but you're still adding. Listen to what you're asking. You said you can see. Why does it just rain under the tent, or would it be raining all over the environment?
No. If you look, you're laughing, but if you look and you can see, like it's zoomed out right now. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where we're at. We actually look like we're at the same spot. So it's zoomed out right now. You can literally see like raindrops falling from within. The tent is farther away, so I can't really make out what's going on under the tent. Everything else around, like you said, like it's.
I know, but you're saying it almost like it's conspirity theory. You also can't make out.
No.
Go ahead, because you can't make out any of that stuff in the background there. None of it. You can't make out any of those people walking out of the tunnel.
But I'm saying under that tent. Specifically under that, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. So I'm saying
But you gotta hurry up because Jimmy Johnson is on. Jimmy Johnson trying to get y'all motherfuckers out of here, so y'all better be quick.
Okay, I have to go by what y'all breaking down. What y'all breaking down under that tent? I cannot. It's not very clear to me.
Okay, so let me just say a couple things here. Number one, if it was raining to the point that you're saying that it's raining, you would see raindrops not by the camera, but you would also see the report of the rain hitting the ground. There is the turf, but then there's also the track. You would see the track actively wet. Even if you go back to the other shot of the side of the building where Metcalf and them are walking in, which is even clearer, you would then see that it's raining. If it's still raining there, you would still see it there. There's a difference between active rain and maybe raindrops that you may see just from the wind blowing. That's different. So it's not actively raining to where there needs to be a thing to where you got to be under the tent now because there are too many people walking around.
Brian, first off, I can't see these raindrops he's talking about. Number one, but number two, y'all please just take a look at this and nobody say anything. Just watch and tell me what you see.
Everybody's walking. Everybody's walking. If it was raining, nobody is even like putting like a jacket over their head. Like if it's raining, that's all I'm saying. If it's raining,
cool motherfuckers just standing on the right of the thing. They're just standing there.
Coach got a clipboard. I'm gonna hold that over my head. That's what you naturally do. So unless there's a conspiracy to where it's hey everybody, it's raining, but we want all y'all to act like it ain't. That's what I'm saying. We are adding and making shit up. It's not actively raining right now. There are no raindrops falling. So what you saying you see, nobody else sees it.
It's just making it, and I get it, and I don't mind. And it's not my fault that CB, you can come back when the time comes. But Jimmy is getting y'all motherfuckers up out of here. I cannot get mad. I don't even usually do this, and I did it. And apparently, some niggas out there that was ready for this action today. So I wasn't ready for it. So if you come up here, y'all need to be ready to say something because Jimmy's not playing.
But you can pay $20 to come back.
Yeah, you pay 20. You got 20. You got to pay 21 to get back. If he drop you for 20, you got to do something a little bit more than what that is. Got to get at least one. Tides of the Church says, Hablo Pacheco. Thank you, Pacheco. I'm gonna take a Padrinko because it's been a while since I've had a drink. So I'm gonna do that now. Although I probably am behind, I think, on the drinks. But y'all see how them drinks went through me. I had to go and use restroom earlier. They're going to make me drink this whole bottle of Alcaneers and I'm going to be dead. But when you think of, like, can we say it's nefarious, Brian, that they're coming up with these things? Or do you think it might just be they feel bad for the young man? Do you think it's nefarious, like they're saying, hey, we black, we got to find an excuse? Or you think maybe part of it is they think it's a young man and they want to not believe that he did something bad on purpose?
I think that they are now in the position where they want to do this because that's the only way it proves that they're right or justifies their point. And all I'm saying is when you're in that space, then now you have to acknowledge your biasness in this, which is why you just need to look at what's happening. And it's like, just take a look at what's happening. The whole thing of them saying, and because you got to remember, everybody's whole thing was, what he's supposed to do? It's raining outside. He's just trying to get out the rain. He's just trying to get out the rain. It's raining down on him. What would you do? You just go stand there in the rain? That was the initial premise. So now they begins to pull the fabric to unravel this wonderful coat of lies that these motherfuckers have woven over the past fucking 2 years with this shit. So that's why they have to kind of like justify it and kind of like point it out so that they can say this is why he was there. Because if you say there's no rain, then the question is, then why the fuck was he there? And then why the fuck wouldn't he just leave?
Yeah,
that's what it points to.
We don't like those things though. We don't like
right doing right.
Go ahead, Glenn. We'll let you get yours out before he gets you out. Go ahead.
We don't want to do what's right. That's the problem. Black folks, I'm 65, man, and I done seen it go down tremendously. We black folks have gotten tribal. One of the biggest problems I have with this, the video doesn't show anything new That boy was going to jail. There was no problem, no doubt about that. The problem I have is with his parents. His parents let the media, outside forces get them, I think, off track, because they should have known, in my opinion, he messed up. We need to be trying to get this boy a plea deal.
And see, Glenn, maybe I think here's the thing. They don't understand me, you, Brian. We old school. We had people who would have told us, it don't matter if it looked like they cheering for you. This is what you got to do. Because think about it. The woman before Rosa Parks, they were cheering for her too. They came in and said, what? Bitch, we can't get people behind you because you a single mom. We cannot get these people to jump behind you.
Exactly.
Right.
They sure did. Just like that.
Did that.
Yep.
Somebody would have told us, it don't matter that they telling you, we see the tape. Why would you let this lie change your mentality? Glenn, why do you think? I think these young people get riled up very easily to go as what we used to call it dummy missions. You on a dummy mission now.
Yes. We had a situation in my family just a couple of years ago. I'm not going to go into details, but my brother and a couple of his sons did something real stupid, man. Guy, well, I'll go ahead and tell you all. Guys went to the service station, to the gas station in the neighborhood. While they're in the gas station, one of my nephews made a comment to a guy in a joking way. Dude didn't take it too well. He went out to his car, grabbed his heater, and came back up in the gas station on my brother and his sons. Like, what you say? My brother diffused it like, hey, whoa, slow down, bro. He didn't mean nothing about it. They left. But instead of my brother and his sons letting it ride, y'all done dodged the bullet, they go around to the house, they load up, they get armed, they go back to the gas station. Next thing you know, it's a shootout. Lady gets shot. They take off, these fools riding down the street, shooting at each other. Later on that night, the police raid the house because, of course, they have the license plate numbers. So they arrest them.
Oh, you're out.
God, dog. And it was a great story, too. Up until them $20 came. But no, Brian, wait a minute. Leviathan is back. Leviathan, go ahead and talk before
Talk fast, bro.
Talk fast. Gotta be quick. Leviathan.
Unmute.
Leviathan, he hadn't sent the money yet.
Hurry, Leviathan.
Oh my God. He just, oh my God. He don't. Oh my God. He finally got an opportunity to speak and he's not speaking. This is wild. Well, anyway.
You're muted. Now's the time.
Hey, but while he's saying this, I'm going to say this to you, Brian. You listen to the story he was telling. Doesn't it kind of sound like what we were saying? Like, hey, I'm smart enough to where you don't pull out the 9. You got it.
Yep.
But don't be stupid enough to think I'm not going to show back up.
Go back up.
So I'm outside this club and you think I'm a punk.
You think I'm a punk.
Oh my God. Hold on. Wait a minute. Leviathan. What happened to your microphone, sir?
Hey, man.
What happened to your microphone, Leviathan?
That's your fault now, dog. You had airtime.
Yeah, you did have a lot of time to be able to say something. And I put you back up here again. And I see you keep poking in there. He said, fuck you, Jimmy. He said, I'm sorry. Oh my God, Jimmy is a menace. You got to catch the show when Jimmy ain't here.
Leviathan, you better find out what Jimmy work schedule is.
Yes.
After the show when he's at work.
Oh my God. You got to catch the show when Jimmy's not here. It's basically what's it. What up, Pablo Pacheco? What's happening with you, bro?
Nothing much. I was just going to say before Jimmy gets me up out of here.
Niggas up here talking like, hey, you got people up here talking like they auctioneers. I told you about it. Oh.
75, 475, 45, 45, give me a 50, give me a 50, 55, 55. Two things real quick. That video confirmed everything that I said the entire year. All that this kid needed to do was leave. That was it. All that he needed to do was leave. And secondly, and this is more importantly, had Dominique from the Next Generation Action Network not opened his big mouth, Karmelo would have only been doing like 10 years or probably less.
It goes back to what we were saying, Brian. They got these people putting, as the young people say, putting a battery
in their back. They put them jumper cables on them boys, on them people, man. And that was the thing. I kind of like, that was the whole thing about just saying, and I know people are saying this a lot, but these are the things as to why people keep saying it. At the end of the day, that's what the machine does. That's what the grifters do. That's why you have the what's the black dude named Quanell X and all them niggas that pull up every time a nigga get into it with a white person. But when niggas get into it with niggas, them niggas are nowhere to be seen. Them niggas are in they fucking AMGs riding around and they getting it. But when you have that and your son's life is on the line, man, I'd have been telling all, hey man, I hear what y'all trying to do, but at the end of the day, this is my son. Y'all gonna do what the fuck I want to do, or y'all can get the fuck on. Cause we was living before y'all got here. We'll be living after y'all get here, after y'all gone. Cause this ain't nothing but a stop for all you motherfuckers. That's the whole thing. And it don't matter who at the end of the day, my son, nobody's gonna advocate for your son more than you are as a father. And that's when it should have been like, man, fuck that. Unless this video got enough evidence in it to get him off, fuck this shoulda, woulda, coulda shit y'all telling me. Because all y'all telling me is what y'all hoping and wishing and praying for by playing the race card. And I get it. Sometimes that might work, but nigga, we are in Texas, not New York. That's all this shit came down to, bro. And it's like, when you look at where you're at, they ain't fucking around with that bullshit here in Texas. They not. Them niggas tried to have a pride night at Texas Stadium for the Rangers. And they said, man, fuck this. We not doing it. So that's a clear thing of just saying it ain't a bad thing. It's just that we don't want you to do that shit here. And
you got to know where you at.
Everybody has the right for that. Yes. We don't play that boy, girl shit, cis, gen shit down here. That's one of the reasons why I'm in this motherfucker. I don't want my kids being exposed to that. And ain't nothing wrong with that. And it's like motherfuckers try to make people feel guilty for being around that. If Texas is so racist and Texas is so fucking against niggas, then niggas should be fleeing this motherfucker by droves.
Hey, and if it was so bad, how come it hasn't been this since Carmelo Anthony? Niggas done moved out. Since it was that bad, name one nigga that has left. Not. I ain't even asking y'all to name 100. Name one. Name one that has said this area is so bad, they did him so wrong, I'm out. They done put the sign on their yard for sale. And I want to say this to you, Brian. You know, you and I, we both love movies. And A Time to Kill. One of my favorite scenes when they got all that money from the NAACP. Mm-hmm. And they took it and they gave it to the white lawyer because they wanted to switch. And he gave it to the best lawyer, but he took all that money from them. And remember, the NAACP came in and they wanted to do everything but help Carl Lee.
Yep.
They wanted to make it a spectacle.
Yes.
That movie, for as old as it is, literally played out here.
Yes. And it's the same playbook. That's what man, just think, when you go back and look at all of these incidents like this, you see the same motherfuckers show up. In comes fucking Quanell X. In comes, I forgot that other list talking ass nigga that do that shit. He show up, and then you have what's the nigga that was big, night little, used to work for the feds. Al Sharpton showed the fuck up before Rev went on to glory. Rev showed the fuck up. They do this shit every single time.
Every time.
So it's not something to where it's like, no, that's just how you looking at it, man. No, they pull up, grift up, and get the fuck on. Every time. And if you let them do it, that's on you. Them niggas put a Ben Crump, thank you. Them niggas brought a fucking gold casket for fucking George Floyd. Why would niggas allow that?
And you remember in A Time to Kill, when he was asking, my wife, she got to eat, my kids got to eat. And they was like, well, but that ain't what the money, they was trying to take the money to do what they wanted to do with their stuff.
Yes.
Nothing to do with that man or his wife or his family. It was exposure for them and more donations for them. And what y'all don't understand is George Floyd's death. What was that? Exposure for them, a new group, Black Lives Matter, and money in their pocket.
Yes.
That all happened. This is not a new play. Understand, as Black folks, and how many times I said it before this happened to this young man, didn't I say, Black men, they only use your death to increase their profits.
Yep.
That's it.
Yes.
I've been saying it. I pointed out all those times Black men died.
Yep.
That the only time they said they loved those Black men was in their death.
Yes. And you see them do it, and it literally comes just as fast as it comes, just as fast as it goes. Everybody wore hoodies when Trayvon Martin got killed. Everybody had on hoodies going on their social media.
Ice-T Skittles. So you made Arizona Ice-T rich.
Arizona Ice-T rich, Skittles, and all the hoodie sales went up across the fucking globe. Wow.
And in A Time to Kill, the pastor was going to get a cut of it. So, of course, he was down.
Yes.
Because he was going to get some, but not worrying that his wife and kids couldn't eat.
And all I'm saying is y'all see them doing it. They do it every time, not sometimes, not just
every time.
Then they did it here again in 87. No, every single time they show up, every single time they pull up. And these niggas let them do it every single time. It's just more of them now. Back in the day, it was just Jesse and it was Al. That's who you got. That's it. But now you got a whole litany of these niggas starting up fake ass organizations. The whole thing about do y'all realize that them niggas at Black Lives Matter don't know where the money went? And y'all niggas gave them money, changed your profile pictures, wore t-shirts, wore masks, wore hats. Y'all wore all this shit and didn't nobody see the money. And y'all niggas be okay with that shit. And when the nigga asked you about it, all you said, well, I don't know, but no, ain't no well, but $200 million and nobody know what the fuck is going on. But bitch, you having a fucking a team building event in a fucking 5-star resort in the Caribbean. What the fuck does that have to do with George Floyd? What the fuck does that have to do with a Black life? Sounds like a hell of a time, but what does that have to do with that?
It sounds like a hell of a time.
Bitch had her boyfriend. Oh, I'm gonna give him $10 million for security and he get his money. Everybody's eating off of niggas and niggas is fine with it. But if you say something about it, how would you let somebody just come and take your shit and you don't say nothing about it once your shit is gone?
You can read what this handsome guy in the comment section said. He said,
profit for profit. Come on, man. Now that's a fucking shirt right there. That's a shirt right there. And it's like y'all have seen it.
And that guy's actually very handsome too. He's an attractive fella.
And his house is a grower and not a shower.
But if you think about it, yeah, like it's crazy that this is the thing that has happened. And as Brian stated, this ain't been a one-off. It ain't even been a coin toss 50-50. It's 100% chance of rain. It's clouded with a chance. It's clouded with a chance of meatballs every day.
Every day. And it's like all I'm saying is those are the conversations that Black folks should be having. Those are the conversations because everybody that's involved in the grift, hey man, they getting money. They doing what they do. But you need to really look at it to say, well, I'm participating and supporting this shit. And it's like, to what end? Stop getting just hoodwinked and led astray for no fucking reason at all. Do you remember how many niggas said, and we even did shows about this, when Colin Kaepernick, when all that shit went down, niggas said they was dumb. I ain't watching football no more. I'm done.
NFL had the most profits and viewerships in the history last year. But go ahead.
Exactly.
Collins still ain't took a snap. But he got paid.
Yeah.
Nigga got paid. Nigga got paid taking pictures with Lambos and Ferraris, and y'all niggas still didn't say, hey, wait a fucking minute. Hold on now.
Where did the money reside? Where did the money reside?
Money reside. Y'all ain't see it. Y'all can't. How can y'all unsee that? You can't. And y'all see it happening time and time. It's like, okay, man, if you're gonna support somebody that you feel that's being done wrong, okay, fine. But when you see money come into play and you can't see where the money went, you should instantly be like, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. The fact that this dude had all of this money and he got showered with all of this opportunity all of a sudden, and then he still didn't play, and y'all still ain't watching the NFL. Well, all you niggas are back watching it now, but y'all was willing to give up all of this shit and die on a cross for a nigga that y'all don't even fucking know. And then when the bullshit comes into the game and it's being clearly shown in your face, I'm the coon for calling it out. You the coon for calling it out. You the nigga that's trying to dance for the white folks now because I'm just simply stating what I'm seeing. It wasn't raining. Why are we talking about that rain still? Why are we trying to say, well, you can kind of see it if you turn at a 32-degree angle. And if you hold your hand up right to the sun, you can see it.
And if you ignore those 40 people standing in it and not even running, covering themselves or acting like it's a problem. Again, they went out of their way telling us about this video, had me and Brian up late night, and Brian just them niggas.
It was 6 o'clock in the morning. It was fucking 6 o'clock.
Brian said, fuck y'all niggas and left. I sat up there and didn't have nothing better to do, so I talked to him for another hour and a half. But they kept saying that this video was going to have us all enraged at what we see. This crab walk where he was going to be doing like an H2 Hummer. He go crab walk into a parking space. He was gonna be. Yeah, it was a 10-hour show. We was gonna see this and won't burn some shit down. They released it and you saw none of this. None of what he said. 17 people told him they saw. There's a reason why they don't want nobody to see it.
17 people said they saw this. They saw him attacked by 4 people. It was actually 6. But the other 2, they went decoy. They were decoys and distracted the coach. That's what their job was, because they had this shit planned out. Hey, y'all took him up. Yeah, okay.
They had to break after they got through making this. They break. Right. And then they all went to positions. And then Austin Metcalf started yelling, Omaha, Omaha.
Omaha, Omaha. Green 19, Green 19.
He didn't see any of this.
None of it, dude.
But I gotta see if my man get to talk before he get out of that Leviathan. What you gotta say? You got some time.
I guess I better hurry up because I know I'm gonna get kicked off. But Jimmy, fuck you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all. But fuck you.
Jimmy's showing love.
Yeah, I did too. But I'm not even mad. I get it. I know how that works, but my number one question is, do you think the parents sold him out because of all the money they got with the Give, Send, Go? That was supposed to be for his defense. And the poor guy had a public defender, right?
So they just verified that he didn't, that the guy used to be a public defender, but he was actually an attorney. And he had his own practice.
Yeah, he was actually an actual well-known attorney that was there. It wasn't like he wasn't even like he was a shitty attorney. God dog Leviathan. This is a good question though. It's a good question. Says Tommy, I'm at the Alamo being overrun by dudes that want to hear themselves talk. My last bullet. Drop Leviathan. Thank you. $20 on. Hey, listen, I cannot be mad about this God dog Leviathan, but it's a good question, except for we kind of already answered the part about it wasn't a they did not have a a public defender. As a matter of fact, I think if they did have a public defender, I think the world would, especially the black world, would have turned against them, knowing all the money they got. So so it wasn't a public defender, but I gotta say, is still the father made more of it by saying he should have got a black lawyer instead of a white one. So he made it a race thing after you took the money they gave you and you hired this man. It's like, and I want to say this to you, and then Kurt and Glenn, you can jump in a minute, but I'm gonna throw this to Brian. It goes back to what you were saying was we love making, what would be the best way to put it? We love conjecture more than truth. Conjecture allows us to be able to make all kinds of stories up because we could say, hey, if you saw that, there's a reason they won't let us see that video because it absolves him. There's a reason such and such. We love them when they kept saying, if these cops had body cameras, they wouldn't get away with that shit. And the body cameras have actually shown that niggas were being more niggerish during the arrest than actually cops were doing bad things during the arrest. This seems like that. This video has come out and it's showing, hey, y'all niggas was lying.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that's about, Brian, that we would rather have the lie? We feel more comfortable telling that lie than seeing that fact.
I think we want to have this thing to where, and this is just the victim mentality part.
That's what it is, victim.
We have this victim mentality where we want to win now, and we want to win at any cost. We want to if I got to make it up, if I got to stretch the truth, tell a lie, twist the truth, twist the lie, whatever it is, I'm willing to do that because I want to get a win, so I can say, even though I know I'm wrong, man, look. Shit, they did white folks been doing that for years. That's all I'm saying. That's what they want to do. Damn, this Jimmy, you a killer. That thing's a killer.
Killer.
But that's the thing. It's like they have this mentality to where, and it makes you not credible. That's all it is. It's just like in a court case. You have a credible witness, but if you have a witness that's known for doing fuck shit, known for lying, still a witness, it's just not a credible one. So that's the problem. And y'all trying to justify this man's actions when y'all haven't even seen it, and then y'all are making shit up to try to justify your point. And
hold on a second. I do got to ask. Hey, Glenn, what do you think about what he just said?
I think Brian is correct.
Don't nobody give a shit. They I'm messing with you. Not that they don't give a shit, but I don't think so. Damn it!
These people want the guru and the whore. They just want the guru and the whore. That's it.
These people are out to get you. Look at this, man. Says slavery 40 years ago. Like said like slavery in the USA. Drop Glenn. This is what they're doing this shit. I didn't want to do this shit. It's apparently it's a lot of motherfuckers out there. Ablo Pacheco says the first attorney hired by Anthony family was a black female attorney. I think, what do you think about that, Brian? I actually think that would have worked out better for them.
I think that and just in being in a court case previously before, you make your lawyer works for you. And you tell your lawyer, hey, man, this is your defense or whatever your defense is.
That's right.
Convince me. Because if you can't convince me, and I think that you telling me you just wait till we get this person. Sounds good, bro. Let's set that up and let's do a mock trial. I want you prove to me that you can get my son off. Convince me. And if you can't convince me,
we ain't going with that. We ain't going with that. Remember,
I'm sorry, bro.
OJ's first attorney was trying to go with something that OJ said nope, and he turned around and got another attorney, Johnny Cochran, who said, "I'll do what you want me. I won't go down that route."
There you go. Because they was trying to get him to, man, look, this is what we need to do with all this shit going on, the evidence we got, we can do. But Johnny Cochran was able to say, hold on, man. There's some fucking holes here and some opportunities for us to exploit. Because all we need is a reasonable beyond.
I do not. He pointed that gun at those Asians. I don't think he pointed that gun at those Asians. I repeat, I do not think he pointed it at them. But
And that's why I said, if you look
that
at the
being
evidence,
said,
you don't want your son to testify. So
I'm
that's
with
out.
you.
So
I think there's a bit of marring that you could not find one black person.
Tell me,
but if I keep hearing correctly, the jury selection, and I think that might be something that should also be.
So all 17 motherfuckers.
When y'all say Mike push, great with you on that.
You got 22, 21 motherfuckers that's coming up, and that's gonna actually tell you what they saw, and they calling them. Hold on, man. That's a problem because they are not gonna be speaking on my son's behalf.
Here's what's crazy. Everybody had to have seen this video.
That's all I'm saying. And that's why I said they saw this. And if you can just tell from whether it's the graininess, it ain't in 4K, it ain't in 8K, that is spotlighted, all of that shit, if it don't exonerate my son, then it's all or not. It's like we're not getting anywhere with this. It's still gonna be tossed up. And at the end of the day, tossing it up, it looks like my son stabbed the white boy in the chest with a knife, and you can't prove that. And he can't tell his side of the story.
He got away smooth too. I like eventually, even if you say there was a scratch on his face, yeah, after you stabbed this boy,
man, it's like that, and that's all I'm saying.
It happened so fast. We couldn't even grab you. Media.
That's all I'm saying. He was gone. Smooth criminal. He did.
And we don't even know if the scratch you got on your face might have happened from when you fucking fell.
Yes, that's all I'm saying. Hey, how would you see all of that and still say, yeah, we gonna get him off? We're gonna get a not guilty verdict based on what we have. I would have been like, man, get the fuck out of here, man.
I'm with you. We go in. I'm with you. We go in and we say, here's what we'd like to have. Here's what we'll accept. Now, if you won't give us that, then of course we're gonna have to go to trial. Like you said, tell them, hey, if we don't get this. We're trying to give you some acknowledgement of we understand someone died.
Yes. Yep.
There are a lot of things that our son can do. He can speak out against a lot of things. You know, we're going to work on that. But if it's this thing, you have I don't know who this person is. It's always new. Blacks, the 13 is per capita person. They commit mostly violent crime. Why? Sir, I'm with you on that. Blacks commit all this crime. But do you know what crime blacks were committing when you first brought them to the United States? None. You know what crime you put on them? Some of the worst crimes, including genocide, that you put on them. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to deal with any of that. But here's the issue. Every time y'all ask, why do blacks do? I seen white people do the same crimes. Please stop talking like you've never seen a white person do the same fucking crime. Karmelo stabbed one person. You've seen a school shooting where a person shot several. And they shot people because, well, they just didn't like the fact that they were mistreated and didn't get no pussy. Right. You say they commit 13% of the crime. That crime is a proximity crime. Stop acting like y'all give a shit when the majority of black people who kill each other or who kill each other. Just like the majority of white people kill each other. I've gotten tired of hearing white people act like this is a big ass fucking thing to them, and yet they don't complain about all the shit that I see y'all do to each other on forensics files. You don't say shit about them white boys, and we got case after case of these white boys killing the shit out of these same black women that they told us we're violent to. Stop acting like when you come over here, you're really worried about a black person doing something to you, because you're not.
Exactly.
I don't mind you talking about the crime, but when you try to act like blacks aren't killing each other, that's a problem. Because you don't like blacks. It's just like I put up a post on my own Twitter about Caitlin Clark. Do you know how many white people came to my motherfucking post talking about I'm racist and hate white people and I hate Caitlin because she white, even though I got several years of posts defending Caitlin?
Wow.
So I've realized, same thing when I went on the white boy show, I realized no matter if you are me and Brian, that's why we have to talk to our children and tell them, fuck them white people too.
Yep. Absolutely.
I tell my fuck them white folks too. They don't like you. They don't care how nice you are. They waiting on you to slip up.
Yep.
Because y'all put people who ain't never did what y'all.
All right, guys. The second part of the live will be broadcast on Twitter. I'm gonna drop the link. No matter what the race, that's right. I enjoyed fellowshipping with everyone here. I will drop the link for the live stream if you guys want to continue on. Actually, hold on. Let me make sure I get it right here. So. All right, I'm going to give it 2 more minutes. Everybody who wants to join the live, go ahead and click the link. It's right there in the chat. And this broadcast will end in 1 minute. You're on your phone? Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. The link to the live might be broken. Give me 1 second. Mm, it looks like it might actually be broken. Okay, the link might be broken. Hold on. Or let me go enable the link so you guys can actually try and click that. Appreciate the likes. If you all feel inclined, subscribe to the channel. I will have the rest of the lives up later on today. Let's see. I don't know why the links aren't working. The links should be clickable, but they are not working. I don't know. There might be some problem with YouTube's moderation system. So appreciate the love, boys. Absolutely. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Jet. Yeah, we will try, and if it's not working and you guys can't join, I'll make sure to go ahead and record the live, and I'll post that live. Or actually, I'll just run the live stream later on. That'll probably be in another hour or two. So, with that being said, I thank everybody. I enjoyed fellowshipping with everyone. Thank you. Much love to everyone. This is a conversation that needs to be had. And yeah, highly unfortunate that a young man lost his life. Highly unfortunate. And I don't like the conversation that a lot of people who share my expression of humanity have to say about the death of Austin Metcalf, and I don't appreciate what they're saying about him and his family. It should be to no surprise that a lot of things about this situation are particularly upsetting. And yeah, you have a great day. Yeah, have a great day too. Thank you. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Both lives are lost. Yeah, Carmelo Anthony. I mean, he was a young man that made a huge mistake. It was a blunder. I mean, I guess I just don't know. We need better conflict resolution skills on every side of this conversation, and things aren't going to get better until we come to the table together as citizens. We come to the table together as people and talk about the difficult conversations that there is a problem within the culture. There's a problem within. I mean, there's just a problem. You know what I'm saying? There's a problem with people, feeling as though they need to brandish weapons. People feeling as though they can't talk to one another and come to some sort of consensus to say, all right, well, let's agree to disagree. And just to separate both Austin and both Carmelo Anthony. What I'm saying? It was unfortunate, but I thank everyone, and I will see you guys in another hour. I think I'll see you guys at like maybe 9:30. I'll try and come back at 9:30 with the live stream. I'll try and let the live run a little bit over there, and we will be back.